Hello, beautiful people. You're welcome back to the channel Things Podcast. Today, we will be talking about how to develop thick skin and work under pressure. You see, it doesn't matter where you are in your personal life and career. You just need to see this video and listen and watch it. It's really relevant if you are employed, self-employed, an inventor, a business owner, CEO, or a manager. You need to learn how to perform under pressure on this channel. I am obsessed with business, and I spent hundreds of hours doing a little research on my content. I am always focused on bringing you information on all things. That is why it is in our name, the Things Podcast. I care about giving you what you need in order to take action, way more than just motivation. And at the end of the day, you can really be motivated. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to lose it all. There is a quote from American entrepreneur by the name Jim Rohn. He said something about motivation. He said, motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. So I've done a ton of research. I've talked with many entrepreneurs and helped a few persons that I've come in contact with. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you one of the most important characteristics that all successful people share. You can apply it to sports, business, personal life, your career, school, and anything that requires effort. This characteristic is the ability to perform under pressure today, tomorrow, and anytime. You will learn how to develop this to become a beast and crush your goals. I actually have an interesting story on this. I have a small group of friends, and we all are very passionate about self-development and always performing at the best of our capabilities. Not all of them are in business, but one of them, Mike, decided to get into it. I was working, doing my self-employed side gig, or we'll call it gig. So he asked me for some advice on how to get started. Now I've known the guy for more than 2 years now at that point, and I was pretty confident that he wasn't ready to start a business. So I advised him to first work on his mindset. Don't get me wrong. Chidi was a nice person and a great friend, but he wasn't just ready. He had unhealthy habits like eating fast food a lot, not exercising regularly, and giving up very early. Plus, he wasn't much of a strategic thinker in business. It is really important to be able to look at the future with confidence. You always need to be crystal clear about what your next moves are. But he just wasn't ready for all this. Plus, he wasn't very good with stressful situations. He wanted to do exactly what I was doing, but skip the whole mindset part. He thought it wasn't necessary, and he was very arrogant about it. He just started reaching out to clients. He wanted to sell for them, as I did, at a lower level, and he wanted to start with small companies that needed more sales. Eventually, he got his first gig, and he was very excited. Everything was good until responsibilities started to pile up. He wasn't really selling at all. After 100 calls, he started receiving complaints from his client, and the whole company was basically relying on him to make strategic sales and revenue, and he wasn't delivering at all. With all this pressure on his shoulder, he eventually gave up. He just quit in an instant, and he got back to where he was before. So what's the moral of this story? It is that you must be prepared to handle the pressure. So let's go ahead and talk about how you can develop mental toughness in order to perform under pressure. Lesson number 1: clarity on what is going on. A lot of the stress that you experience in your life happens because there isn't clarity. And I want you to think about the last time you felt stressed and overwhelmed. Well, it's very likely that this stress was coming from one of these two places. You were ignoring things that you don't want to deal with at the moment. For example, you've had a tough conversation with your wife or girlfriend, or maybe there were bills that were just piling up on your decks. You were postponing important stuff, and even if you were trying to not to think about it, it was still in the back of your mind, constantly irritating you. There were too many responsibilities, and they were all on you. You had a lot of stuff to get done, and it was so intense that you didn't even know what to start with. Well, one of the ways that can help you overcome or at least deal with this problem is to get more clarity on what is going on. When I say clarity, I mean knowing exactly what needs to be done. First, being able to prioritize tasks and acknowledge what is stressing you out. There are many ways to improve your clarity, and one of them is to write everything down. I advise you to, first of all, keep a daily or weekly journal where you organize your thoughts in a diary. Writing stuff down forces your brain to properly organize and think things through. Ideally, you would want your diary to be physical one, not digital, and you should probably write by hand. Also, you need to keep a productivity app that gives you an insight into what is going on and what tasks have to be completed and what tasks need your time and so on. There are many like Trail or ClickUp, Slack Toggle, and many more. I advise you to not make these systems too complicated, otherwise you won't use them for more than a week. So keep it simple. Download one, do it all app, and keep a journal. This will help you catch up with everything. Stop forgetting things and be an organized person. Lesson number 2 would be for you to be mission driven. This is so fundamental. You can't start a very time costly project that will require a lot of efforts without knowing why you are doing it in the first place. I mean, at the end of the day, we do things because we want to reach a goal or at least get closer to it. If you are starting a business, why are you doing it? What is your mission? I know one entrepreneur that really talks about this subject. His name is Patrick David. He is the founder of Valuetainment. He has a channel on YouTube as well. In one of his videos, he talked about how the military helped him to be mission driven. The main reason why this helps you deal with pressure and stressful situations is that it will help you if you decide something is worthwhile dedicating time to or not. So if you know what your mission is, you will know when you are going in the right direction. Not everything needs your attention. You only need to do things that take you closer to your goal and helps you complete your mission. It's like a compass. It doesn't show you destination. It tells you if you are going in the right direction and with it you can easily change from walking in the right direction to walking in another. Then being mission driven will also help you get motivated when needed. There are times when you just don't feel like getting stuff done or like getting out of bed. In such times, it's important that you know how to self-motivate. Thinking and visualizing your goals is what you need in order to learn how to motivate yourself. Lesson number 3 would be learn how to process issues, problems, solving. Problem solving is what makes you an entrepreneur in the first place. But the thing is, at what level are you a problem solver? When you are in business and things are going well for you, it means you are selling in order to sell. You need to solve a problem with a product. I want you to think about the last time you bought something. Maybe you just bought some clothes. With that, what did that solve? Maybe you thought about food, and that also solved the problem. Even buying luxury items solves problems. The problem of finding well-designed, high-quality product that you enjoy, no problems, means no sales, no profits, no businesses, and no entrepreneurship. It's a chain reaction. If you are in business, what happens is you've identified a problem in the marketplace that so many people, or maybe even no one is solving. So you decided to step in and become one of the problem solvers. So most entrepreneurs really have this skill, since they need to provide solution, but a solution at what level? Thinking strategically and processing issues in a rational, not emotional manner. It's so easy anytime you encounter a problem. I want you to start thinking strategically. What are the logical steps to solve this problem? What is the goal, and why are you solving that problem in the first place? Thinking about the steps to solve a problem might not be that easy for you, but you really need to be objective and remove emotions from the equation. Be brutally honest with yourself, and you will find the first step needed to solve issues. Having a team with you that thinks this stuff through might definitely help you become stronger, and be honest with yourself on what's working, what's not, and what needs to be done, despite the required sacrifice. Lesson number 4, only focus on what you can control. There are many things that are stressing you out currently that aren't in your control. The goal of this lesson is to get you to stop thinking about anything that you cannot control at the end of the day. What is the point in stressing over something that you can't change? It makes no sense to have this wasting your energy and your time. And if you can't manipulate it in any way, make a list of your issues and decide what you can control and what you can, and then just eliminate all the things that you cannot control from your mind. Focus on what you can actually change. For example, taxes are a big problem for businesses, especially those that are just starting out. But most of the time, you have no control over the aspect. Taxes are just going to happen. You will have to deal with them somehow. So stop stressing over taxes. You can't remove them. So these are really practical and really reality tips on things that I advised you to make sure you practice starting today. Remember that the main goal is to get clarity. As soon as you understand where the pressure comes from, you will be able to focus despite it. So if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, notification button, share, and subscribe to this channel, The Things Podcast. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as well. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next content. Thank you.